is Marcelino Perez, and welcome to the first episode of Prep with Pepino, a series focused on the behind the scenes of what it takes for us and a small team in order to build out some of our collections. We'll dive deep into our inspiration, our day-to-day workflow, how we ended up going from point A to point B, and what you eventually end up seeing on our website. Our first episode is going to really focus on our first official drop, which is called Un Verano Con Pepino, or a summer with Pepino. To build out our collections, we really begin with an idea, a concept, a design that really resonates with us, and then we continue to expand and build from that concept. For Un Verano Con Pepino, we started off with our pickle character, El Pepino, rocking the bucket hat.
Once we were able to nail down the pickle character, we were able to dive deep into the different designs that would go along with it, and then the clothes that would really complement those designs.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Roberto Perez, and I've been doing the visual design and the creative process with Pepino. We've been working together with Marcelino for the past few months, coming up with new collections, and it's been a really fun ride together. We've been coming up with really cool designs through inspiration on our daily lives. We grew up together playing different sports, and we always wanted to see what we can come up with, like some new things that people can wear, they're casually, or even when they're on the pitch. Pickleball is one of the really cool sports that's really been popular these days, and we've been looking at a lot of inspiration through different companies and just things that we grew up with, like anime. We also grew up like with Pokemon, and a lot of the stuff that we grew up with, it's coming back to life again, and that's some of the stuff that kind of guide us with that youthfulness and just active sports. And one of the things that we would do, we would go on Instagram, and Marcelino and I, we would just kind of go back and forth, send some stuff that we would see. And we also we value the traditional design work that has come in the 90s, early 2000s. So that's some of the stuff that we were looking into. And but at the same time, we want to be modern, clean. Some of the companies that we were looking at was like North Face, Patagonia. We were also looking like Lululemon and some other companies that are sustainable. And one thing that we both agreed on, we wanted to be playfulness, versatile, and we kind of went on Figma. I've been using Figma for a while, and Marcelino, picked up right away, and that's something that we were able to kind of like Figma jam.
Yep.
And so it was something that we spent a lot of time doing it. We would we both work. We have our 9-to-5 job, but this is something that we worked together, and got some creativity. So it's something that came natural with us. We would just go on it, and we would pin some boards and some colors, some tones, textures, and just kind of come up with a couple iterations. And I think that that's some of the greatest stuff that comes out is when we're just not taking it too serious. We're just being playful. And we got a really good amount of collections, and some of them kind of branched off in different projects that we were working on. And
so when I came to Robert originally, the sort of thought was, hey, we're going to work on a summer collection. I have this idea. Can you help me continue to build on it? So originally it started off with our little Pepino character, El Pepino. And so we'd been talking beforehand, myself and Alfonso, about a Pepino bucket hat, thinking towards the summer and trying to build around that specific design. And so I reached out to Robert, showing him with this concept, and we continued to build on it. Originally, right, we had like several ideas, thinking about the pool, thinking about what else could we do. Would it just be the character at Pepino, or do we add something else to it? And so Robert and I kind of went back and forth, and he showed me different designs, with different types of pools, different angles that we could use, and as well the different types of color palettes that we could potentially use. for the characters as well. What sort of went through your mind when we were kind of going through that?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of good ideas, but we had to come up with like maybe like the palette that we had. You really wanted to use the greens. We also wanted to have like some pastel colors, and we tried different ones, but we also wanted to make sure that those the characters were the main focus of the shirt. So then we came up with those lighter colors, and I think those lighter tones they worked really well with the different fabrics that we worked on, especially like in the summer. We're gonna have like a lot of t-shirts, like white t-shirts or black t-shirts. We wanted to be versatile for both colors, and we I think we stick really close to the colors that we had, but we definitely enhanced some other new colors that for future projects it's going to be really cool to work with.
Absolutely, yeah. And so the inspiration for the whole collection originally was sort of beginning with the Pepino bucket hat, but the sort of vibe and the messaging we wanted to get across was very much focused on um, these experiences that we had as kids, when you think about going on summer vacation and getting some time with your friends at the pool. And so originally when we were talking about coming up with this design collection, that was a very big component of our thought process, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we came up with some ideas like, originally we were thinking like they were just hanging out like on those lawn chairs. But let's be real, it's been really hot these few
Yeah.
years, and we're like, why not just, come up with some really nice inflatables, put
Mhm.
those characters there, and kind of have them hanging out. And we're also thinking like the sunglasses, and so we added some accessories to them to make them feel part of the set. And yeah, I mean, it just worked out because the characters, they're very geometric. We have the pickleball that's round, and then we have the pepino, which is more of a long piece. But I mean, they just felt like they known each other for a while, so it was
Yeah.
like a really good way to kind of keep them together.
Absolutely. They just kind of felt like they go hand in hand. And
Hmm.
um, as we kind of went about thinking about moving forward in terms of not just the design for the shirts, but sort of the um, ideas for the social media pieces that would go along with this collection, I felt that it really kind of the messaging behind it all is spending some time having fun in the sun with your friends. I think really shown through throughout this collection.
Awesome.
Sweet. And all. Now that the collection had been solidified, it was time to start building out the content. For that, we really wanted to continue staying on the line of that theme of summertime vibes, spending time with friends by the pool. And so, what we did was we rented out a pool. I was able to find a couple wonderful volunteers, aka my cousins and one of their boyfriends. Thank you so much for your help. And they were able to join me one weekend to start doing a quick shoot. We kept the shoot very playful. I brought along a bunch of pool toys, some rings, some water guns, some balls, floaties, and just really enjoyed time together and took us back to being kids again. And so had such a fun time being able to shoot with everyone, and then eventually was able to get some really great images from those very natural interactions that we had together. Also, a little Easter egg here. For the shoot, we actually created our own Pepino magazine, which I created something online through Canva, and from there printed that out and placed it on top of some random hardware store magazine. And so using that magazine, we implemented it into our shoot. So we have some pictures and some videos. If you're able to notice that, big props and kudos to you. Nice job. Hey everyone, thanks again for tuning in to Prep with Pepino. It was an absolute blast being able to create this for you all, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested, go ahead and check out some of our social handles like our Instagram page at Pepino Ball. You can check out our YouTube channel. And as well, if you're interested in some of our products, you can go to our website
at pepinopickleball.com. Thanks again, and looking forward to chatting with you all soon.